The ceasefire in Gaza lasted about as long as a politician's promise. The world cheered, leaders tweeted, the media threw confetti, and then, surprise, surprise, Israel broke the ceasefire. Missiles, airstrikes, targeted operations, whatever name they use this week. It means the same thing. The so-called truce is already dead. Gaza barely had time to breathe before the bombs started again. Families were still sweeping dust from their homes when the sky lit up once more. Israel claims it's responding to threats. Translation: we said ceasefire, not complete ceasefire. The spin doctors are already working overtime. It was a defensive strike. It was a warning shot. It was an accident. How convenient. An accident that just happens to hit the same strip of land over and over again. And what's the international response? More words. The UN says it's deeply concerned. The US says it's monitoring the situation. The UK says both sides must show restraint, which is code for we're not going to do anything, but we'd like to sound serious. Meanwhile, ordinary Gazans are living this reality. The so-called peace period turned out to be the intermission before the next act of destruction. Kids are back in shelters, parents are back to praying, and hospitals that never recovered from the last wave are now bracing for the next one. Western media, back to the old script. Israel retaliates, they say. Even though nobody can quite explain what Israel is retaliating to this time, maybe it's retaliating to the fact that Gaza still exists. And of course, Keir Starmer popped up again, looking like he's about to apologize for having an opinion. We urge calm on both sides, he mumbled, which in Westminster English means, please don't make me choose between voters and donors. What's worse is the silence from the same voices who demanded a ceasefire weeks ago. The celebrities have moved on. The hashtags have cooled, but Gaza hasn't. It's still burning, still bleeding, still screaming into a microphone. The world switched off. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Calling it a ceasefire violation makes it sound like a paperwork error. It's not. It's another round of bombings, another night of terror, another chapter in a tragedy that keeps looping. And every time, we act shocked. How could this happen again? Easy. Because no one ever held anyone accountable the last time. The headlines will call it renewed tensions. Politicians will say, the situation is complex. But to the people in Gaza, it's simple. They just want to live. Something the ceasefire promised and failed to deliver. The ceasefire didn't collapse. It was pushed. And now, the same leaders who celebrated peace last week are back to pretending this new wave of violence is somehow different from all the others. Spoiler, it's not.